Oh my God. Clap.
Where's the excitement?
You guys seem like there's cookies and brownies. Sugar seems necessary for you all, so eat up. Good evening. It's wonderful to see you all. How you doing? Good? Feeling okay?
Good.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
This mic situation is really cool. So my name is Angela, and I am the Legislative Director of the United States Student Association. And I don't know if some of you have heard about USSA, but we are the country's oldest and largest student-run and student-led organization, and we do grassroots organizing and advocacy around issues specifically in higher education. And so hopefully some of you all are interested in higher education affordability and access, and I'd love to talk to you about that later on. But right now we're going to talk to these wonderful folks. I understand that you all have done a little bit of training today, maybe not so much. Yeah? Oh, okay, good. And you're learning a lot about grassroots organizing, which is some of the most amazing work that any individual could do. And these two folks up here are going to talk to us a little bit about their experience grassroots organizing and really taking all of the skills that you all learned today and putting them into action, and how we can be successful and what it looks like to be a successful young organizer. So we have Jaleesa and Brenton. Jaleesa, why don't you share your story first?
All right, so good evening. How's everybody doing? Good. I know you guys are tired about that. So I know you guys, like you said, you've been in training all day. So I'll try to make this as fun, and I won't talk too much because I like to talk a lot. But anywho, it's funny how my work got started. I'm from a small town in Illinois. It's called Carbondale. I don't know if you guys have heard about it. The Salukis, Will Country Town. I see somebody waving their hand. Woo! Anywho, I got started there, and like any small town, it has its ups and it has its downs. You know, your neighbors know who you are. Anybody new coming in, they'll know that you're not from here, and they're like, hey, what are you doing? They'll question you at the door. But also, there was a lot of access just to the outdoors. You know, I could go hiking, I can go bike riding, I can go camping, stargazing, you know, what have you, and with just a couple miles of just walking outside. And I think one of the coolest things that ever happened when I was growing up is that my mom put me in Girl Scouts. I was a Girl Scout from the ages of 6 to about 17. So I wasn't probably the coolest in high school because I was in Girl Scouts, but I was cool, okay? I could go outside and defend myself if anything happened with nature. But what I had found out of that, you know, just being a good humanitarian and being outside and protecting this world, what we call, you know, my environment, I had found my passion. And it sort of defined, I sort of defined my passion through that. I was like, hey, you know, what if I woke up one day and there was no lake for me to go canoeing? Or what if I woke up one day and I wanted to go sell some cookies, but this lady had lost her house because of Hurricane Katrina? You know, although cookies are not important, but, you know, just to give you an idea. And it kind of frightened me. And not to say, you know, I just woke up one day and my passion was right in front of my face. Like I said, it took time. I had to define it. And I think what really struck that moment in my life was when my professor had said, yeah, I was a civil rights activist. I fought. I burned things. What would you throw a rock for? And I was like, what would I throw a rock for? And when he had said this at this time, I was like, I don't know. I mean, I would throw a rock for the environment, but when I talk to the students around my campus, they're just like going green as panties from Victoria's Secret, are carrying these like hot little recyclable bags, and you know, are recycling. And I was like, so what would I throw a rock for? But as I thought a little bit deeper, I realized that I would throw a rock and take the risk of getting arrested for fighting for environmental justice. And that's when I was like, okay, this is my direction, this is my passion, I'm just gonna let it go. And you know, then from there, my work started with Let's Raise a Million, which is an organization that is founded in Atlanta by Tony Anderson. And yeah, are you from Atlanta? Yeah, but founded in Atlanta by Tony Anderson. And it's basically an effort to help people of modest communities start the topic and initiate the topic of going green. So what we did is that we went around and we installed CFLs. And this was like a win-win situation. We got people to start going green, being eco-friendly, and people got to save some money on their bills. So you know, you can't. So that was a cool thing. But when I started with the organization, I was asked to be a community developer. And I was like, cool, I can help get in the community, get out there and let the name be known. But we were starting from the bottom. And when I say the bottom, to where all my roles were intertwined. As a community developer, I was handling branding, marketing. I was a strategist. I was also speaking at NPUs, which are neighborhood planning units, and I was also getting out there canvassing and I was also like my own little street team person. And you know, just to put the organization where it is now. And let me tell you, when we first started, we failed, of course. I mean, that happens. You can't just get this ideal and run with it and everything pops off, because it won't. You're going to have to learn to make your own mistakes, and you're going to have to let your mistakes sort of shape you and define the decisions that you make in the future. But after a couple of falls and a couple of you know, neighbors slamming doors in our face saying, hey, we don't need light bulbs, or saying, hey, are you here to rob us, or are you here to help us? You know, that's just the world that we live in. We developed a model. And now this model is awesome. So what we did, you know, we wanted to target the community. We got a street team. And so our street team comprised of people who love to talk, or not, you know, not scared to get out there and say, hey, this is what we're doing. We're not here to harm you. We want to help you. And they handled that. Then we had a marketing team. And our marketing team, they posted flyers. They handled all flyers. They handled all phone calls, what they might have to, you know, just to basically get us out there. They also spoke at campuses and surrounding campuses in Atlanta. It was just like schools everywhere and colleges everywhere in Atlanta. So they also helped with that as well. But then we got a branding team, people that handle t-shirts, people to handle leave-behinds, people that just worked with tabling. Because those are all different organizations that we felt were different things that we felt that were important to organization. And then of course we had the secretary, and of course we had the core leader, but we let our volunteers really structure our organization, because you know, they're the ones that's going to put the work in. You know, I'm not Superwoman. The people that I work with, they're not Superman. And you know, there's no I in team. We've all heard that before. So you really need those people. And to get your volunteers and to have them fill that space is very important. And you know, we took it a step further to let our volunteers be the key lead people, the key directors, or the key organizers, just so they'll have a sense of belonging, and so that way they would want to be a part of what we do. And you know, and with that you learn, with working with organizations and starting from the ground up, you become aware of people's motives. And you know, not saying that everybody is at a part of your group. Everybody is not really there for the same reasons. You have people that are selfish. You have people that are just there just because they want to make a name for themselves. For an example, one of the guys that I was working with, the whole group, the whole organization, we were going to do this big photo spread for the newspaper. So we were all ready. We were all in green. We were all in white. You know, we were just excited about this picture. We took like 7 different pictures, 7 funny pictures, and we were waiting for it to be published in the newspaper. So we go the week after, and we go trying to put it out. We're looking for us, and we can't find us. None of our pictures. But we find one of the core leaders, and he had a whole spread about his life. A day in the life of him, how he started this, how he does this. And you just kind of sit like, really? Like, you do all this by yourself? So none of us are important? So that's why, I mean, you have to watch people's motives, and you have to watch people who are in your organization. And, you know, with the same token, you have to reward those people in your organization. That's very, very important, if I can't stress that enough. You can't let people's work go unnoticed. Because if you need them, you need to show them that you know that they care and that they're doing an awesome job. So I always try to give kudos. And then another story, I had little notes, but these are like, I guess, my little note cards. And anywho, saving paper. See, going green, friendly. Another thing that was interesting is that, I'm going to tell you right now, guys, you cannot plan everything, okay? It won't happen. It's going to be something unexpected, some curveball, or something that just happens that just throws everything off. I was organizing, me and some of my friends, we were organizing a trip from Atlanta to Ohio. And these are one of the vans, the caravans. I'm about to talk about this. And, you know, we were organizing a trip, and we were going to go help with the Obama campaign and help people vote there. So about 100 to 150 people. And the idea was, we're going to take these large caravans, we're going to take 150 people, we're all going to stay together. It's 9 vans total. We're going to stop at the same time, we're going to eat at the same time, use the bathroom at the same time. We just want people to be excited and see us coming through. We're going to take I-75 by storm. Horrible. Well, good idea, horrible. Everything went wrong. Within 10 minutes leaving. One van got lost. One van didn't want to stop because they didn't have to use the bathroom. Another van, the